What happens when you mod enemies out of an enemy-driven game? PC Gamer just did an article on people doing just that in order to create stress-free experiences for players who are either desperate to avoid being challenged or so boring they think it's fun to turn action RPGs into walking simulators. One of the examples mentioned was Alien Isolation, which is a horror game where you are continually stalked by an imposing creature presence, unless you have the mod in question active, which makes it ignore your character completely as you wander around and look at shit for no reason with no stakes and no point. These mods are obviously deeply unpopular in that nobody downloads them, and the reason for that is that they cater to tiny children, and adults who are about as interesting as tiny children. Another mod they showcase removes enemies from Dark Souls 2, all enemies, so you can finally play the game without all that pesky fun getting in the way. Jim Sterling tweeted about this in support of it, which is apparently where I get all my secondhand news now, and I was browsing his replies when I saw a guy making fun of people who would make fun of the idea of him using the mod to go on a peaceful sightseeing trip through Dark Souls 2. Hippie. These are the same people who think it's fun to go look at Christmas lights. Only imagine you've already seen the Christmas lights several times before, but there are always other people to contend with, and now you think it would be so spectacular to go see them again, but alone this time. What is there to see in a dangerless Dark Souls 2? Just go on a hike if you're trying to get out more, call a friend, have a time spent not browsing a video game like it's a museum. Just because people get to do whatever they want with their purchased games doesn't mean I don't get to make fun of them if I think what they're doing is dumb, which I do, which is clear. It's got nothing to do with me, doesn't mean I have to approve. If you're looking for a stress-free experience, you should just kill yourself. I mean, it'll be stressful during, but afterwards you'll be pretty off the hook. I retweeted the article, adding that comment, and Twitter suspended my account for 12 hours for encouraging self-harm or suicide, which violates the Twitter rules. But it's a joke, and if you think it's serious, you're stupid, so I appealed that, and they said they'd give me a response within a couple days, which is a great timeline to review a 12-hour suspension. Also, my 12-hour countdown doesn't start until I delete the tweet, which I refuse to do, so we'll see how that goes. Long story short, I might be off Twitter for a while, in solidarity with my comedy because I don't betray that shit for anything. Feel free to let Twitter support know your opinions on the matter. Here's an update on that. I had someone check my feed, and that tweet was suspiciously gone despite me not having deleted it. So in light of that, because it wouldn't let me access my account until I deleted my apparently already deleted tweet, I deleted it. My honor is intact. T-minus 12 hours until related Twitter rant, I've learned nothing. You know what game stresses me the fuck out? Overcooked 2. I literally avoid playing it because of what it does to my heart rate, as the timer frantically ticks down while I'm scrambling to throw ingredients together into suitable dishes. But if there was a mod that removed the timer so I could relax and slow down, would I use it? Hell no. Then you're not playing Overcooked 2, you're playing Breezy Kitchen Fuck Around the sequel, and there's no point. Most of my arguments revolve around there being no point because there's no point. There are plenty of ways to relieve stress in life that aren't so lame as downloading a mod to neuter your video game to your liking. Ride a bike or some shit. Watch a scary movie, but download a mod that removes all the jump scares so you're just watching a dimly lit drama for 90 minutes, you tepid bitch. Go outside and download a mod that wipes out the rest of the human race so you can live in apocalyptic isolation and look at daisies until all the food spoils and you starve to death in a field of bones. It's like a safe space for video games. It really kind of is. I just want to download this Dark Souls 2 mod, start up this game, and play without all this negativity and opposition because I'm honestly feeling so attacked by hollows right now. Basically, unless you're trying to capture footage for a video, I see no respectable avenue where these mods are good to me. Yes, I'd like to play this horror game, but could you do me a favor and take out all the horror? I like horror, just not when there's any horror involved. Oh, you're swiping left on me on Tinder? That's fair. Holy shit, that's so boring. Playing your dangerless video game while you eat cheese, pizza, and drink room temperature milk. You must put people to sleep as soon as you open your mouth. You could make a white noise machine out of your whole life. Just record your video game exploits in podcast form and watch people put it on when they go to bed. The cure for insomnia lies in how you consume gaming experiences. Man, I haven't slept in 3 days. What have you been up to? Well, I was just playing Dark Souls with no enemies. It's almost an affront to other people, the way you choose to live your life in the blandest way possible and then dare tell anyone about it. What else is in the news? Spider-Man's really fucking good, that's all I have to say about that. The web swinging is fantastic, the combat is satisfying once you actually explore different moves, and I even like the science minigames. I've been playing it like non-stop since release. I'm about 60% completion, aiming for 100. That's a game I want to do that in. Nintendo delayed their Direct because of an earthquake. That's too bad for them and us also. Us because we don't get to see their reveals yet, and them because people got crushed under lampposts and stuff. You might wonder what a small-scale natural disaster has to do with a game company press release, in which case you'd be like me. But I'm not going to complain about it because like 35 people are dead, and that's 0.000000027% of the population of Japan, so it's quite the blow. This is why I'm suspended on Twitter. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino, and I'll see you guys next time.